Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are.
This episode is brought to you by Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company. Marc Rankin specializes in Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle in Oglethorpe County, Georgia. You can contact him at 407-832-2077. 407-832-2077. This episode is also brought to you by Phil Wilson of UC Hunting Properties. If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. You can contact him at 678-791-3483, 678-791-3483, or visit his website down below in the description.
All right, everybody. We're back here with live recording, talking all that good stuff y'all want to hear. While y'all out there driving that tractor, got that fertilizer buggy going. It's February. Y'all got to get this stuff ready to plant. So what we're going to do is plant a little seed in your mind. Uncle Pat Lewing is an American sex symbol. Now let that grow. Just think about it. So we got Uncle Rusty on here with us tonight. Pawpaw Rusty, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Mayshore. We're doing a little recap on the Mud Creek Battle of the Woods Dogs. So how you doing, Rusty?
Oh, doing pretty good, y'all.
Shit wore out, but
we're here.
Still alive.
Ain't too sporty. Of the dirt.
Yeah, ain't too sporty.
Y'all were supposed to be on vacation. Y'all wasn't supposed to be wore out.
Well, I'm wore out from working today because hell, you wouldn't let me do nothing while I was there. We didn't do nothing.
You guys out there walking the field?
Yeah, I could tell you, every anthill and every rock that's in that whole damn pasture out there. All them cows, me and them talked for an hour or two. Rodney come outside one time. It was about 6:30 or 7 in the morning. Come outside and take a leak. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just walking around." He said, "This shit's killing you, ain't it?" I said, "No, not really." I said, I'm adjusting. Like I'm. It's not so bad. But then I got to get on that little tractor. Boy, that made my world just so much better.
Right. Good deal.
Yeah, I feel a lot better after that.
Man, I couldn't have done it without y'all's help. Everybody, the sponsors, and I mean, it was a good show. I think everybody I've talked to has had a really, really good time, and I mean, we covered coast to coast to old Mexico, and I think everybody loved it. So
yep,
that's what we're shooting for.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. We had them from the far east in Georgia, all the way to California, all the way down to Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
It
was fun.
It damn sure was.
Oh yeah, it really was, and that's what we all started talking about having one of these. That's what we wanted to do is bridge that gap between everybody and get everybody together and just have fun, and I think we accomplished that.
I do too.
In leaps and bounds, I really do.
I've got probably half a dozen, 8 or maybe even 10 folks that have called me and talked to me just in the past 2 or 3 days since we got back about coming to Earl's. They've never been. And they don't, they were some of the ones that were kind of, I ain't gonna say they were against bay pens, but they had never given them a chance. Mm-hmm. And coming to the Woods Dog deal, now they're like, dude, it's more about camaraderie, getting to meet people and networking. I said, exactly. So yeah. I think the gap is we're bridging a lot of it.
Yeah, I think we did. I mean, I think we accomplished that. And it's, everybody's, oh, when are you going to have another? When are you going to have another? I don't know yet, but it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
One
I need to get
with
everybody. Yeah, I need to get with everybody and, put one together where, it's not going to affect anybody else's bayings or, anything. And get one and set in stone. I think this next one, I'm just going to have a 1 dog, 2 dog, and just a 1 day, kind of like we did this one, but just just a 1 dog, 2 dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't bad. And I mean, and if people have puppies and they want to run them, they could, you know.
Oh yeah,
they can bring them, but
I mean,
like I said, it's just going to be a 1 and a 2 dog deal.
Yeah, it'll. And I think I think this next one will be huge. I mean, this one, a lot of attention. Everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it'll be.
Do you know how many runs were altogether?
We run 171 runs.
171 woods dog runs.
Yeah, and that wasn't counting bay off. So
yeah,
so that was pretty good for a woods dog bay, and I thought especially in Oklahoma.
I believe so. I really do.
Yeah. Definitely considered successful.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
If you counted bay offs and all that, you're at a couple hundred runs for sure.
Yeah, and we had a lot of people Saturday for sure. I mean, there was a ton of people come just watch. Yeah. And that's what we wanted. We wanted her, and man, here there was a shoot. I mean, I bet probably 80% of them people, maybe more than that, had never been to a bay pen before. Period.
That's right.
A lot of new people.
I know. I talked to a lot of new people, and there was a lot of them. They had heard about it through the podcast, and they heard about it through social media. Then there was a few that word of mouth, back and forth, people, friends to friends, but like it really kind of sets you back and look at things when you do it. Like there was a couple of young guys that they're trying to bring this into their heritage and their culture. Like it's not a big thing with them. And, we all talk with those guys. And honestly, Alvaro, he messaged me yesterday and, yeah. And I told him, I was like, look, bro, I said, I'm going to take a couple hours one day this weekend, maybe, and just sit and talk with him on the phone. And it was very, very, I don't know, man, it's humbling, but because like they're looking to guys like us to kind of guide them, because they literally have nobody that they know that hunts at all. So they're just doing this, like they're watching YouTube and they're watching us. So some of you guys out there, when y'all are making these videos and acting crazy and stuff, there's people watching us, and they, even though we all do it, we all cut up and act. I'm the biggest one. But it's pretty wild to even know that somebody's watching you and they're trying to learn from what you're doing.
Yeah, makes you think about it.
It does. I mean, it really does. I want to say, we take a lot of, all us hunters, we take a lot of stuff for granted, and that just comes natural to us because we've done it forever, and then we forget about, slowing down and explaining how we do something.
Yes.
And it really opens your eyes on, stuff when you see, and not just a couple, there was a bunch. A bunch of people that come up and was like, how does this work? How do you do this?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty humbling to, to see that.
It really is. It's like I said, and then getting to see, like, watching Carter Ryan out there, showing little Carter how to tie the hog and how to handle a hog and all these things. And then watching Spencer and his family out there working, there's hope for the next generation.
Yeah.
Like there really is.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of us talk, bitch and moan about the young generation, but like there's some of them out here that's really putting it out.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And them guys, like Spencer and his family and Leon Keys.
Yeah, Leon. Yeah.
That work in the pen. They did a phenomenal job keeping everything rolling and going. And and them kids of Spencer they do a good job on that shoot.
Hell yeah, they do.
To be able to just turn them loose and they run it,
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And you know, there's always going to be somebody who's going to think they can do more or complain or whatever. Well, by God, jump over in there and grab a hold of it and see how easy it is.
Yeah.
All them damn ropes hanging down and shoot back and forth. I tell you what, there's a couple times I was like, what in the hell am I doing? I need a little man to show me. He ain't, but what, 11?
Yeah, I think he's 11. And Cutter, you know, she's been everywhere in the country, so she falls right in there.
Lord, she give me such a damn hard time.
She give everyone a hard time.
I'm talking about I was like embarrassed. I was like, I ain't saying nothing else. That's what she asked me. She said, where did they go? I said, what? She said, your muscles. I said, man, you need to go home somewhere and leave me alone. She picked on me nonstop, but man, I had to, like I said, sit back there and getting to spend time with them like that. It's fun.
Oh yeah, really I mean that's what we wanted, you know. And this time, we got to slow down and visit, and we wasn't in no super hurry. And I mean, we just had 2 days of fun and running dogs and visiting, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, I think that we had just enough there to keep us as busy as we wanted to be, but it wasn't out of hand, you know.
No, it wasn't. But I think it went as good as I could have asked it to go. And it all without a hitch, all the help, Ryan and Carter, Josh Wilson, Zach, helping Dub Teeth. I mean, Nick on his photographs, man.
He did great.
I mean, he's talented. I mean, he takes pictures for one of the ranches I got for over there. He takes phenomenal pictures.
Yeah,
and he's chomping it. I think that was his first bay in the photograph.
Yeah, he loved it. That's what him and I was talking about. He's like, man, this has been a bucket list for me. He's like, I've always wanted to take photos at one of these events. He's like, Rusty, let me know. He's like, yeah. He's like, I was wanting to come. I was like, yeah, man, they're fun. I was like, once you get your settings down, you'll be good. He figured them out. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he's got it.
I need to take some notes.
Yeah, that dude, he definitely got it going on. That one picture he's got of that little yellow dog where that hog is coming out with both legs up in the air like that. That dude right there. The pig is what's. The picture of the hog to me is like, it's just phenomenal.
Yes.
I already know the dog is. Like, it's like, I mean, I already know that. I've seen that dog before.
Hey, them little pups fired pretty good.
Yeah. They turned on.
Yeah, they did.
That little Kimber she turned on pretty good too. Finally, I was like,
she did, yeah.
She wanted to do it more and more, and for never being hauled or wait, I take it back. I carried her to Arkansas, but for never even seeing a pig, I think she done good with all the people there.
Oh yeah,
because she's always been kind of shy.
There's a lot going on at mine because I mean the fence is so short. Of course, everybody wants to walk up around there and watch, and. And but I think it went off good. I mean, good as we could have ever asked it to be, probably better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was people take me, Penny. I think that was awesome. When's the next one? It's just nonstop since the day, and it's been. I bet I've had 5 calls a day asking when the next one was.
Well, damn sure can't beat that.
No. I just got to plan it ahead so I can make sure everybody can be here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this last one, you had it planned out pretty good.
I did, yeah.
The dates got stuck good, and it all worked out pretty good, I think.
We'll be back after a quick break.
And now, thanks to the sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers. Animal Housing Solutions.
Boars N Broads.
Crockett Taxidermy.
Hardcore Hog Dogs.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Ada Y Transport.
4L Kennels.
The American Doghorn Museum.
Unique Hound and Hunting Supply.
Hogbaying.com.
Tuskers Magazine.
Mud Creek Hog Dog Trials.
Yeah, it's just, it's so far for everybody. I try to give, everybody like y'all and Carter, all them guys, come a long ways. I try to give y'all plenty of time where y'all can, plan for it.
Yeah, it's
y'all make
pretty
everybody,
good trip.
all y'all makes a big trip. We sure appreciate y'all coming and helping.
Oh, shit. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to support your friends best you can anyway.
Oh, yeah. And overall, I guess he had fun.
Oh, yeah. He's still alive.
I talked to him. I said, well, did you and RJ make it home? He said,
Yeah. And he hurt his foot when we were in Arkansas at Braxton's. His side of his foot and his ankle. And he thought it was just going to be over with in a couple of days, which I did too. I thought he just kind of sprained it a little bit, and it ain't letting up. It's, and he ain't going to say nothing to nobody, but he can't even hardly stay on it.
Really?
Yeah. And then with me, how easy I am on him, I don't never say nothing and I coddle him. I treat him like a baby. And I'm real nice to him. So that don't really help.
I had to go get RJ out of the pen the morning that we left. And Rusty's got these dogs in a chicken pen, and it's like 3 foot tall. And there's about 5 dogs in there.
That's the puppies.
Yeah.
Ain't it?
So who was it? It was the old man Ratchet,
That's
the old mama dog, and it was Rusty's dog Pearl, and then it was RJ. And he's got that scar like right there on the back of his neck from where he wandered off and got cut by a pig. And so every time I try to touch it, he's like, why are you trying to touch me? Like Ratchet, he was like jumping on me, like trying to jump in my lap. There was no convincing him. He was like, yeah, let's go. But the only dog that did not want to come to me was RJ. Yeah. And Rusty still has got that chicken roost in the middle there.
You walked that thing, didn't you?
Oh, I was tripped over that thing like 3 or 4 times. I had to keep going back and over it. I'd get him in a corner, and then as soon as I go, he'd jump up the wall and hit the roof. And I was like, dog, come here. And then I grab him, and he acted like he wanted to bite me. And I was like, look, dog, please don't bite me. And I finally got him. And I was like, baby, and I was rubbing his belly, and he just was looking at me, and his tail wasn't wagging. I was like, please like me.
Yeah,
because he's 60 pounds, 50 pounds. He's such a big dog.
Everybody thought I was lying about the pups. And I said, these aren't even, it's like talking about Tough. I said, he's not the biggest one. I said, Tough is not they're like, that dog's got to be a 2 years old. I said, no. I said, he's not. He's a puppy. And they were like, God damn, he's big. I was like, no, you ought to see his brother. I said, his brother looks like a damn mastiff. That some bitch is a waterhead, boy. I can't wait. Next week, in the next 2 weeks, we got the Tulsa Standard Hunt coming up. So I think Rodney and Kevin Brooks and all them are hunting it. And because me and Nate, we're going to be helping Carter and Ryan so we don't get to hunt it because our lives suck. So do our dogs. But after that's over with, me and Tough and Jewel and Phoebe and RJ and Louie, we're going to have just from buttermilk colored dogs to dark yellow dogs. That's all I'm going to walk around with. And you watch what happens. Every armadillo in the state is just good as well screwed. I promise you. I might find the only fucking skunk around Walker County.
You might.
It's
bred into them.
That's right. Yeah,
I would say so far the bite record with the yellow dogs is lower. Another little black dog tried to bite me today, but twigs off M&M, so had a frozen little deer leg. And I drug it out in the yard about 5 yards, let her chew on it a little bit, was playing with it. And I was letting her drag it. And I was walking around, and she finally hit that little trail. And she went up under the bushes and she got it. And I was over there petting her, and I was like, good job. And I was like, I'll let her chew on it for a moment. I went over to pick her up. That little bitch said, and tried to eat me up. And so I was
don't touch my
I was trying so hard not to laugh. I just laid her on her back and pinned her down. pulled the Caesar Milan on her.
Gotta let her know.
And she laid there and she like cocked her eyes sideways and she started wagging her tail. I was like, I was your enemy a while ago. I was like, suddenly I'm your good friend. But she sure enough tried to bit me. She's 4 months old. I was like, that's funny.
She ain't even that old, is she?
She just turned 4 months old.
Say, okay. Well,
Last Friday they turned 4 months.
So they're like 12, 13 weeks old. Yeah. They're not like the end of 4 months. Yeah, they just started.
Just turned 4 months.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't think because I thought the other ones, the junior and Jane pups, were like.
I think they're like a month older.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were going on 5 months now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
the Tulsa Standards next weekend, isn't it?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It starts. Yeah. So after that, like we'll get to really hunt after that hunt's over with. I think we're gonna go hunt with Nathan Brooks the last weekend of the month down in South Georgia, which I got to make a couple phone calls and holler at a few guys and let them know we're gonna be in that area. Maybe we can get together and make a few rounds. I don't know that we'll catch anything with our dogs, but we'll go.
Surely.
We'll catch it with their dogs. Unless I put a white boy Rick on the ground.
That's right.
No, I ain't going to be ashamed.
We got West Texas Big Bobcat next week, and then that'll wrap us up coyote hunting for the year. I'm going to get to really tuning on these yellow dogs, get them back where I want them.
All afternoon I've been looking at some more vehicles, and I don't know. I've got I've got 2 Toyotas. Rodney's got a Toyota. Me and him was talking the other day. Like of course you can tell how easy we are on them.
Yeah.
My Tundra's looks as bad, if not worse, than the black truck, but it's rough. But I'm almost thinking about getting me like a Nissan Xterra or a little small SUV,
right?
To do my travel hunting in. That way, I can just jump in there and come out and see you.
Right? We use a Tahoe coyote all the time, and we got a dog. Aaron's got a dog box built in the back of the Tahoe.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, once you get used to that. It's freaking hard not to use one all the time.
Oh, I know.
It's nice.
We hunted out of a Tahoe.
It's freaking nice. You got all kinds of room.
Yes.
All your dogs are inside, all your equipment's inside. It's pretty dang hard to beat.
Well, I've been looking at some of the Toyota 4Runners.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can get, like looking at the price on a 4Runner versus a 4-wheel drive pickup is daylight and dark.
And they're so high. They're like even used cars are like and the resale on them Toyotas is good.
Yeah. What kind of resale y'all got out there? Say, all right, I've got an 86 model. And you can just take one finger and shut the doors. Don't rattle, don't fall, none of that stuff. But now it's not brand new by no means. Like the dash is about shot in it. But other than that, there's not even a dent on it. Right. It's straight. It's got one crack in the grill. And then that little black truck that Rodney drives.
Mm-hmm.
It's got I think around 230,000 on it. Runs good. 4-wheel drive, everything works in it good. What kind of resale would you think is on those out there?
Man, there's a buddy of mine just sold a Tundra a couple days ago. It had 350,000 miles on it. He sold it for $9,500.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it at all. That.
And it wasn't. It was a cab and a half. It wasn't even a double cab. It was one of those small back seat.
That's the one I've got. I've got the Tundra. It's got 4 doors, but the little bitty doors they open like suicide doors.
Yeah.
I guess you call it.
His was rhino lined and stuff, but
that's why that one is
350,000 miles, a lot of miles.
Oh yeah. Well, that little truck Rodney's got, like I said, and you see, it's in rough shape. The running gear is
It
good.
looks like it'd been through a plane crash.
Well, you could get about 12 grand for that one easy here.
Right.
I'm dead like 12 grand easy.
Yeah.
And that 86 model, I can get 8,500 to 10,000 out of it, no problem. But
Crazy.
I can get a 4Runner in better shape with less miles for half. And
that's nuts.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like I literally looked at some today that was anywhere from $1,500 to $6,500. And I mean, $1,500 ones, yeah, they're rough, but they run good. And they've got, around 200 to 240, 260. But like you get the ones that's like $6,500. Hell, they got new tires, they got a lift, they got winch, light bars. They're in good shape. I'm like, damn, this might be the ticket just to get me one of them. Because I missed that Tahoe. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's hard. I mean, especially like with all our stuff running and blowing and going.
But, I can imagine.
It's hard to get away from that Tahoe once you've hunted out of one for a few years. It's hard to go back to a pickup.
What year model is one y'all running?
14.
14. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, we call it the fur bourbon. That's what we call it.
I got you. That's what my wife. She's got a big Yukon XL. It's pretty nice 4-wheel drive and all that. Some bitch pulls good too. And I don't know. I've literally tossed it around the idea of the same thing. Like, well, maybe I could get her something small and sporty because she's mama now, and she could go pick the grandbabies up in a Challenger or a Hellcat or something like that. And
you could take over the Suburban.
I could take the Yukon.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, but I just don't know.
That's what you're thinking. Yeah.
My thinking don't work all the damn time. At all. Right. So, all right. So let's now, because I'll have somebody call wanting to send me a damn truck now, I'm sure. I hope so. Maybe, hey, if y'all do call, give me a good deal on it.
That's right.
And I have to do some trading. That's the only way I can do stuff. I got to trade. And don't say nothing to my wife. I want it in a raffle.
That's right.
She caught on to that shit, Rusty. I did that for, how long did I do that, Nate? Well, a long time. Yeah. Like, first it started out with what? I think it was like a
K2 cooler.
A K2 cooler.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy John down there at the co-op, shout out to Jasper Feed and Seed. He wound up carrying these new coolers, the K2, like the Yeti, the cheaper version. And so I wanted one. And she was like, why would you give $300 for a cooler? And I was like, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped by there one day. I was on my way home and I got me a couple of cold beers. I was like, shit, I'm getting me a new cooler. So I stopped in there and I come home. She said, you spent $275 on a cooler? I said, shit, no. I said, I won that in a raffle. I said, I bought some raffle tickets for $10. And then, so I used that for like a year. Anytime I got something new, I had to know how to space it out though. I won it in a raffle. And then finally, I caught on to that shit. Then I had to fess up. And that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like it was a bunch of shit. I was probably at least $10,000 in raffle tickets. So, all right. Well, let's go over who some of the winners were, Rusty. If you got them pulled up.
Yeah, let me put them up.
Because
we had it. I had to turn it on speaker.
No, you're good. It's picking up good.
Yeah, I mean, we did the one dog. Ruben Perez won it. Oh, that Toby dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice little dog.
It is.
It is. And then Brandon Hernandez won second with the Hound. Bird was third. Josh Scott sent it Kennels. And 2-dog at Rowdy and Sky, Russell Patterson. Second in it was that Max and Blue, Kyle and Bronk Banks. They're They're from right down the road here. That's a pretty good pair of dogs. And Arlo and Rue, Caleb Cowden
Mm-hmm.
was third. Old and Young was first. Was Legs and Blue. That was Send It, Eric and Josh Scott, and then Ruben Perez won second in it with that Toby and that little Brindle dog Kashada.
Yeah, that little Brindle pup, I like it some bitch.
Yeah, and then third was a split. Bird and Blue Send It and Legs and Silver Send It. Puppy Band Dick was Send It. That was a good dog, man.
Yeah.
That was a good dog. Second was Bud Bug of Zach. I can't remember his last name. And then third was that Zero dog of Tristan's.
Cool.
Winners.
Yeah.
We had a little throw together pro deal. 12 won it. I think 12 put on probably the best show of the whole weekend, I do believe.
Yeah, he really did I didn't get to watch, but I think I got to watch Wolfman Bay and I got to watch 12 Bay. And that's the only, and I didn't get to watch all of it, but from what I seen on both of them, they did a phenomenal job. But 12, like really, like he stepped it up. Like, I don't know. Like he laid it down.
That dog, oh, you ain't kidding, he did. Carter come to me after that deal was over, and he said, I don't know why he don't bay like that everywhere.
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked really
That's probably
good.
the best. That's probably the best I ever seen that dog look. You think, Nate?
Yeah. I mean, as far as just the confidence, you can tell
by
he
himself
was
for sure.
And being in the one dog. I mean, the dog was in the zone. That's for sure.
He was. Yeah, he moved good. I mean, everything he did was perfect.
He was checking him perfectly. He wasn't like nipping on him. If he nipped him, it was just to turn him. Once the pig was set up, he was baying him. He was not trying to catch him. He was baying the hog.
Yeah,
he fucking great.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it. I don't know. It'd have been tough to beat.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, all the whole weekend. I mean, shoot, even we hunted a couple days, caught a few hogs. And
oh yeah, even Rodney caught a damn pig.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, caught one running across the road.
He did. Yeah.
So Rusty's two dogs got that sow on that field.
Rusty's one dog.
Yeah.
And my other dog.
Okay. Y'all's dogs.
Our dog, me and Rusty.
Y'all's dogs.
We're partners in this.
Got this sow out in the field. All right. So what I'm finna do is talk some bad shit on my dog.
No, don't tell nobody, Nate. Now.
Well, goddamn, I don't want them to be surprised when we go hunting.
I don't think they'll be surprised. They'll be like, I knew they was bullshitting. I knew them some bitches didn't catch no pigs.
So
that shit was so
they
funny.
got damn 7-strand barbed wire fence out there. And Eminem hit that motherfucker going wide open, and it threw him back in the rut. Yeah, he got cut on the eye, on the face. Now he had a couple cuts from pigs. He had like one that like slid up his arm, and he got one like right there on the fat part of his neck. But he got several in his face where he rammed in that barbed wire. But put him and Louie over the fence. Louie went. I think they both got through it the first night.
Yeah.
So they get out there.
First night,
Louie is like bulldogging the sow on the back leg. He's like in it to win it, trying to kill it.
Hamstringing it.
Yeah. Dad and I are tripping over each other, and these little pigs we're trying to catch.
I stepped on a little pig and fucking fell down head first on top of another little pig.
Rusty's laughing at the dogs acting silly and us. So we get the pig killed. We move on. The dogs relay.
Fucking Turbo. Turbo. Like, really wanted to bite that pig so fucking bad. Rusty's, he's flogging all the dogs back. Get back. And Louie's just still bumping around. He's wanting to play, wanting to bite the pig. Turbo goes behind. Rusty's got the hog laid down, and he's facing away. Turbo goes behind Rusty and lays down and does the army crawl and this son of a bitch rolls over on his side and just licks the back of that pig's head. I was about to shit my pants. I was down there rolling. He was like, I just want to taste it. I was like, damn, Rusty, how long you had them damn dogs stood up for? Shit, they forgot what bacon tastes like. My God, they get it, though. God damn, they do.
So they went over to the pond, and then we heard them baying, and Louis sounded like a damn Canadian goose out there. Well, because they weren't baying real long, and we heard him try it, and there was a little kerfuffle.
Yeah.
And then commenced the honking. And so that was pretty entertaining.
That was the weirdest dog barking I've ever
I don't know.
Even for our
I've listened to that dog bay a bunch of pigs, and he ever sounded like that.
No.
So we get them back. Em and Louie, they eventually come back. I think they ended up getting some little ones to kill them. Rusty's dogs is gone to Texas. So we go get them. And then, so notice the next day, Louie's got like one cut on like back of one of his elbows and one of his legs. And I was like, well, I don't want him to be too stove up for the weekend. I was like, so I'll just take M&M this next night. And that's when Pat and Lil Carter got to go with us.
Yeah.
And so Rusty's dogs are out here in this field, and they got a bunch bait up, and it's like 500 or 700 yards away, something like that. So we had M&M, we had that little Chemical Phoebe, and I get M&M out, and like I noticed I put him on the ground, and he just stood by the truck, and I was like, oh, I think he's gone retarded.
Yeah.
And I was correct. That dog acted like he had never been hunting a day in his life. He was in love with Phoebe, and Pat.
Oh, he was trying to love on Mako.
Oh yeah, and Mako bit him right on the nose.
Yeah,
that shit was so funny.
That some bitch.
So he's down there, and like he's laying in there because we walked down M&M. I don't know. They couldn't hear. I don't know what his deal was besides like water in his head. I don't know. Sometimes he acts scared of the dark. I thought about that as well. I think it was just like being a new place. Yeah, he's still like 2.5. That was his knot. Walking like 50 yards, and he's like, oh, pigs, here we go. And then he goes in there baying, and then the pigs wind us, and they break. And so they're running it back around, and M&M goes to the left, and he's trying to track some that way, and Rusty's dogs go the other way, and they come back, and Rusty sends them back, and I'm just like over it with M&M. I'm like, I'm going to ignore him. That's what I do with M&M, because he's like a damn kid. You just ignore him, don't even look at him, and he'll do better. And I was talking to Pat. Pat's like, well, you can take that vest off of him. He's like, he might like it. I was like, nah. He was like, well, maybe a pig will kill him. Save you some bullets.
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you. He's like, well, you know, you got, and like later we was talking, he's like, well, you know, you got to set your dog up for success. I was like, Pat, well, walk the damn thing onto the pigs. He said, you gonna make me talk bad about your dog.
That's what he kept saying. He was like, y'all gonna make me do it. Like, motherfucker, we're doing it already. Like, we're trying to get you to chime in, but it was.
He didn't want to go through the fence. I had to pick him up over the fence.
It was so funny though with Pat. He was like, because I was like, he's being serious about this vest. I was like, well, I've run it. We've run him without a vest. I said, Pat was like, I said, hell, he's a damn pet's. What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
I said, if he gets killed, and Pat's like, you ain't got to use a bullet then. I was like, oh my God. but like, if you can't deal with that kind of shit out there in the woods, then I don't think you should be in the woods. It was so funny. It's frustrating as shit sometimes, but we had a good time.
When they travel and when they're with new people, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, that's why the guys that talk about all the knowledge that they have, and some of them, sure enough, do have a world of knowledge. But if they've never went anywhere and they've only hunted one style of dog, one place all of their lives, well, then they've never broadened their horizons. So they don't know what it'll do somewhere else.
No, but like, I mean,
go ahead.
But I mean, you don't know. I mean, you don't know till you put them in that situation. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, they dogs. That's all
for sure.
That's all I got. They're dogs. I mean, just when you think they won't do something, they'll do it.
Yes.
I was like, man, it's been a while since he had done it. I was like, I almost forgot what this felt like.
Yeah,
he was just acting silly.
He definitely was. But he acted weird the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I don't know if it was just stress what, because what was it? Sunday night?
Yeah.
I went out there. I was in a truck. Hell, some bitch almost bit me.
You know why, don't you?
Well,
Nate made him sleep outside for 3 days.
He's probably pissed off.
I told Nate, I said, all it is he's in there with them other dogs, and he ain't happy about that shit.
Yeah,
He's going to have to get over it.
Yeah. But like
he's
he
way
just
better
acted
than he
weird.
used to be.
When we got home though, as soon as he got out of the box, like he come over there and literally was rubbing all up on my leg, laying against me like he was, I don't know, like he was apologizing or something, like, or he was just overly excited, you know. I don't know. He's kind of weird. But, you know, I don't know if some people have dogs and it never affects them at all because all those dogs do is just hunt. That's all they got on their mind is hunt. So, you know, but like a lot of our dogs, we use them for so many different things. Like I'm surprised that they can perform at all sometimes. Surprised we ain't confused the poor bastards to death. You know.
We had fun though.
Oh yeah, we had a damn good time.
It was a real good time.
Ain't no that damn except for the wind.
The wind was mean.
That shit's
Like
crazy.
Sunday, it was freaking brutal.
Yeah.
I had me that blanket up there. I felt much better.
I didn't have a blanket. I did get my trapper hat out though.
They can definitely help.
Where that wind was blowing in my ear.
Oh yeah. Well, I kept saying I was like, I think it was colder yesterday. Then I realized I was like, well, I had on like 3 shirts, a hoodie, and a coat, and a couple pairs of pants Sunday. And Saturday I didn't have nothing on. But I had on a hoodie and a pair of jeans. That's it. I was like, well, that might be why.
I laughed. Ricky laughed as he come up. He said, I'm almost so plumb out of hoodies.
Yeah. Ain't no doubt. When he got there and he I said, you got any hoodies? He's like, yes, I do. And when people started showing up, I said, not for long.
No, he said he about sold out.
Yeah, he sold a bunch
That's
of
good.
them, which that's a good thing. That's what it's all about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing that and you're supporting each other and using everything as a network, I mean, hell, everybody wins.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, shoot, I don't think you could have got any better as far as the camaraderie and the atmosphere and everything around this one. I don't know how you could have improved it any more than what it was. You know,
there was I know Sunday there was 4 or 5 of those guys that was over there getting collars and stuff. That they drove up there just for that, and like you know, one of them or 2 of them, they seen it where I'd made a thing on TikTok. They had seen it like that morning, and they were like, "Shit, we need to go up there." And so they didn't have any, and that's what the guy told me. He said, "Man, if I'd have known this, I would have came yesterday." So,
well, like here, man, the closest place to here that has like collars and leads is like 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, see, that guy, he said he had woods dogs, and that's what he said. He said, "Man," he said, I've been waiting for something like this." He said, "But I don't." He said, "I just now found out who y'all are and started following y'all." He said, "So now I know all this stuff's going on." I was like, "Well," I said, "make sure you come to the next one." So, like I said, there's more and more people that it's reaching. And if we can, like you said, if we can keep that gap filled, I think it'll just be better overall.
Oh yeah, and I don't think I think we're on to something with the woods deal, and I think it's just going to keep growing and growing, or I hope it is. It's something new, and it gives everybody a just chance to come and not be too serious about it. Just run a dog and and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
See everybody, meet everybody. They see you on everything.
Well, that was one of the big things I met. Man, I couldn't tell you how many people that I have talked to for some of them for a few years on social media, but finally got to meet them there.
Yeah. It was strange people coming up to me and being like, "Oh, hey, Nate, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, man, I wish they would have told me their name. They sure do act like they know me."
There's so many of them. It's like, we ain't signing autographs yet, but like I know a guy that does. I seen 2 boys signing autographs. And I wasn't gonna call them out, but y'all know their names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their heads are already Boone and Crockett worthy. They don't need no help.
Well, ain't no. I mean, look at them. Yeah, you thought you had some damn booners hanging in your living room. You see them fuckers' heads. Good God Almighty! Can you say deal, guy?
Ryan was talking about when he gets hats, he goes to the box and looks for the ones that are sewed a little bit bigger. He was like, so I ain't got to be on the 2. Maybe I can get me a 3 snap on the back.
What?
And
mine's led all the way out, and I'm down to 4.
Hey, it ain't bad until like Ryan and Carter and I was talking
I
about.
got all this hair.
Yeah, because we all have big heads. Ryan's got a real big head. It was like, it ain't bad until you're on that last one when it gets about a 20-degree angle.
Yeah.
That's when you know you got a melon.
That's Uncle Jake, right, boys? Jake, I love you.
I ain't said nothing.
But that's some Jake hat sides right there. Uncle Jake got that noggin on him, boy. Y'all trying to bump the king out of the way, and that ain't gonna happen. Jake Locano, you listen to him. They talking about big head, and you know you got them. So you make sure they know who the king is. We're going to have a damn hat sizing photo. We get Nick to take pictures of everybody's back of their fucking head and just post them, and we'll guess whose hat it is. I swear I seen Jake had that little bungee cord like comes on your taxi cams.
No.
Jake, no, you better not hit me.
He's going to pick you up and shake you.
You're going to choke slam me. Speaking of Jake, y'all make sure y'all carry your ass out there and go to Uncle Earl's, y'all. Hey, they're having a hog hunt tournament too this week.
Mm-hmm. They are. It's this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It damn sure is.
I think Eric and them was going down there, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, I seen today. Yeah. I started trying to get back on Facebook a little more often so I could listen to all the drama. And, and I seen it today, so I got to get back on my shit so I can make sure to try to share and spread as much news on there as I can for Jake as well. Jake's always treated us good.
Yeah, he sent me a message and said there's quite a few that been up here that was calling about it, wanting to know when was what and everything. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be real good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that, going to Uncle Earl's, it's one of them deals where if you enjoy coming to a bay like the one we just done, or if you do one like we do down there at Jake's, at the other bays, or one like at Marc's or Tadpole. Hey, Tadpole them's having one this weekend too, Broughton Island.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Like if you go to bays like that and you have a good time, Uncle Earl's gonna blow your mind. That's like a whole nother world, man.
Super Bowl hog baying.
Ain't no doubt. And
right.
Now you don't go down there. And listen, this is some good advice. If you got to pay your bills and you got to choose on what to do, and you ain't got no extra money, don't go, because you're gonna spend it. I promise you. Don't go down there and have to get your shit repoed because you went to Uncle Earl's now. But if you can, go ahead and go.
Go ahead and go.
That's exactly right. Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's coming. What day are y'all going down there?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know yet. I really don't know. Normally we stay right down there. We got a little place that we stay right down the road, and last 2 or 3 years we've stayed the whole week.
Right.
So it just depends.
I don't know.
If I still got puppies that are within the age limit, then I might go on down there and run puppies. Yeah,
they won't. Yeah, they should be. They'll just be 10 months older than that deal.
That's what I'm saying. So I've got those, and then I've got. Hell, I might have a whole damn wad of puppies I can run, because the other ones should be old enough to really start getting in there and baying.
Right.
So I might go ahead and take all them little bastards and see if they do any good. At least haul them around,
I think I'm gonna debut mine down there.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Who's winning?
Well, debut my goose puppy.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
The Lucy goose.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna debut
Yeah, she
mine.
worked out. They done good this week.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
First dog that ever been in a pen on.
Oh, Tough. He's got that he got the fire, ain't no doubt. Jewel, like she heard the other pigs back there in the back, so she looked out and she looked at the people moving around a little bit, but it wasn't bad. But I don't know, something tells me she's already done it. Like she wants to go hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she's going to be one of those that's going to be, and man, I hope I'm right, and I hope I don't jinx it though. I really feel like she's going to be one of those. Once we catch that hog, she's going to roll out at a real young age.
She should. She should.
I think she's going to be one of those that I don't think I'm going to have no problem with that, and maybe I won't.
No, them dogs had a lot of distance. I mean, they like Turbo and their mama. Their mama was the one that cut all the egg when y'all was
Yeah.
into that. But I mean, they got a lot of distance. I mean, they want to go, and they tend to roll out. And it don't take much convincing, and they pick it up pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, we've got a couple of dogs already that, they'll roll on out pretty good. So I figure once they get to go with some of the older dogs, and I'm not going to start them with older dogs. They got to do it by themselves first.
Right.
And I know that's a little different than what some people do, but basically what I got in mind, I did it with a couple of dogs before and it worked out pretty good, so I'm going to use them game cameras in a bait pile to my advantage all I can. And try to get say I got a group of pigs coming in and I know they were there within the last couple of hours. I'm going to put them puppies in the truck and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to turn them loose and I'm going to dump them on the hottest stuff that I can possibly find and let them jump and run their own pig right off the bat. And just see how they do that.
Fine with it. They should do fine with it. I mean, they run loose here.
Yeah. Well, we had to put them up because they were going too far.
Yeah. And I mean, they know how to use their nose and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, they're just babies, but they figured it out pretty quick. And they're pretty quick. They pick up on stuff pretty quick, about figuring things out and stuff. They got a good brain. Seems like I'm gonna make that cross again.
Yeah,
I really like a good one. All them puppies turned out good. I really like this Pearl dog. She's probably one of my favorites that I've had.
She's got a lot of sense, you can tell.
She does. She always, she pays. She don't miss anything. She's always watching me.
Yeah, the other night, I actually told Nathan and Rodney about that. I guess when we were coming home, I was talking about that little Pearl dog. I even told your wife and your mom about it. We were talking about it. I said, well, the other night when we was in there working them on that hog, and Ryan had let 12 off, and 12 came down there, and Rodney let him come in the pen. Well, that's not what the plan was. Rodney thought, well, he's seen him. He thought that's what he was doing, so it was all an accident. But when 12 went in there, I noticed after they started getting rougher, you told Pearl, you was like, hey, come here and leave that alone. And literally you told her 2 times and she came over there and you were 5 feet from the hog and she was standing right there with her front feet on your legs looking at you and not the hog and the dog. I kind of laughed. I said, that some bitch got something right there, buddy.
She does, and she's been that way since she was a baby puppy. I mean, she was the one that, she was the one out of all of them that she'd be off by herself. And I'd go, and Turbo and Jewel and all them that cowboy dog I sent Dave out there. They'd be off jacking around, doing something together. Like when I went across the yard, she'd go with me.
Yeah.
And she's been that way since she was little. I mean, and all them dogs are all goofy. I mean, they've been that way since they were little. But I showed them a hog when they was 8, 9 weeks old, and shoot, I mean, it took about 5 seconds. They was all sheet of wire to get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, they was just big enough to run around, you know. And shoot, it's pretty exciting to see, you know, see that young.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
All of them.
Like I said, I think
And they're good built dogs too. I mean,
they definitely are.
Yeah.
They're built damn good.
RJ's probably the chuckle-headedest one out of the bunch. That's why I sent him to Rodney.
Yeah. Him and Rodney share a likeliness in the build.
Oh, they do, boy.
A couple of thick necks.
Yeah. Them old big heads.
Yeah. No doubt. No, I hope he does good. That pup there.
I hope he's better than any dog that we've ever had because, number one, it's a male. Number two, it's yellow.
Man, he figured out. I mean, it didn't take that dog long. I mean, absolutely burn the track. I mean, smoke it. And I seen him do that 3 or 4 times. I'd been playing with pigs out here at the house, just let them run loose, just kicking them to them, letting them go find it. That dog can actually smoke the track.
I think that's the way Julie is. So I think that's going to be something that's really bred into him from the breed.
Jewel,
you know,
when she was little, I think, and unless she changes, Jewel could drift a track when she was little.
Oh yeah, she definitely
didn't even know what drifting was, but I mean, she could drift it and find it. Her and Pearl both could, and I mean, they could drift a track and find it faster than the male pup.
Yep.
And I mean by 5 or 6 seconds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they did that, you know. One would have their nose on the ground, the other one would have her head up, and I mean, they could drift it when they was little. That was pretty neat.
Oh yeah, when the first time,
I'm anxious to see how they're doing this time next year.
Oh shit, there should be no problem. I don't think, but like
probably not.
The first time that I messed with them, she literally kicked off to the side, and Tough overran the little track. Like I said, I didn't even. Now keep in mind, I did not know there was a track there.
Yeah.
And I was walking them down to the pen. I was like, "Come on, it's time to go to school. Let's go." And so we're going down there, and old Tough, he's just fired up. He's biting my pants leg. He's jumping around, pissing on my leg, all kind of stuff. And Jewel, she's got her nose on the ground, just walking around. Then all of a sudden, she goes to the left. I call her 4 or 5 times. She don't want to listen. I was like, well, just piss on you. Go over there then. And so I walk Tough back up toward the kennels, turn him around. I get his mind back on track. I was like, come on, let's go. We take off. I take off jogging down there. And he runs right over it again. And she comes back across in front of me. And she's wide open. I mean, smoking. And I was like, hell, I don't know what she's doing. So me and Tough go in there. And we're in there. And he's baying this little pig. Well, I start to hear her barking. And I said, she's down there messing with the damn dogs. Well, I go over there and I was like, no, she's not. She's doing something else. And I think I got a video on my phone. And you can barely see through the bushes. There's a little, probably, I don't know, how big is that? We had them 2 sows. They're what, 75, 80 pounds?
Yeah, probably so.
Probably 75, 80 pounds. Little fat ass pig over there in the brush top. And old Jules standing back there talking shit to it. And I was like, well, I don't guess I'm going to have any problems starting her in a bay pen.
She's got it figured out.
She already done run this one. And it was probably 25, 30 yards. But like that was the very first time I messed with him. After that, I was like, now I just got to keep myself calm because I want to hunt them, but I really got to wait till they're old enough.
Right.
And they're at the age now, they're old enough to go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're old enough now. Guy needs to be burning the wheels off of them.
Just damn deer season had us so messed up. I said, man, I want to get them started. Because, like, there's the places that we're hunting. There's a couple of places we hunt. There's some bad hogs. And they can get in bad spots. They can get in the mountains, get in the bluffs, get in the caves, old mine shafts. And I was like, I don't want to get them in there at night on their first one or two hogs and get all shit wrecked. So I was like, I want to wait and do a couple of daytime hunts with them. Then we'll let them go at night. So been waiting on deer season to get over with, and deer season went out. So Tuesday of this week, when we could start back hunting, and it rained so damn much. It rained for 40 hours. And like, so
it started at like 10 a.m. on Tuesday at my house, and it quit. I don't know. It's still raining when I went to bed yesterday.
Oh yeah, it didn't quit till early this morning, like
It
4
just
o'clock,
rained
5
the
o'clock
whole
this morning.
time. It rained steady. Like there was a good 10 hours where it was the sideways rain, where it's like 50-degree angle, just belting in.
It rained hard for a while.
It just total opposite here. It went from pretty nice to cold.
Yeah, we get a little bit of cold now. It's starting to dip down in there.
It was 16 this morning here.
Oh shit.
yeah, it's sure enough cold.
We bit nippy.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to get some of it, but I don't know. I was watching it yesterday or last night. Me and Kelly was talking about it, and I want to say like our temperature is supposed to be in the 20s, low 20s, which is.
I should have went hunting. I should have.
Hell yeah.
But I talked myself out of it. I'll probably go. I might go tomorrow. Let them run. I gotta get really putting it on Pearl. I took the other night. She done really good. Try to keep that momentum.
That's right. That's one reason why I didn't go ahead and start ours, because I knew I couldn't keep that momentum going, man. I'm like, because like you said, once you get it going and she's casting, you got to keep pushing it. Until
that's one thing. That's one thing I do. And I ain't never had trouble with going hunting. I've had trouble. I kind of call back, if I need to, or they've always hunted. I mean, I'll get one every once in a while. Usually this stuff.
You guys start doing it.
They make.
I think his phone's turned away or something.
Yeah. They make really, really good wings. The ones that don't, they got a LA.
Rusty, are you still on speakerphone? I don't know.
I don't know.
It sounds like you're like talking away from the microphone or something. Like
He's
it's barely
probably down
picking you
there
up.
digging a damn gas well or oil well.
Y'all are echoing real bad for some reason.
No, don't you blame it on me.
It's probably Joey.
God,
yeah, that
there
sounds
it
good
is.
to me.
Pick on the fat kid.
He don't ever answer the phone anyway.
Hey, I do. That's a lie.
Text him. He's evolving.
I don't remember who it was. Somebody was out there when we were talking. They was like, oh, I think it was Eric Mealy. He introduced me to a couple guys. He was like, walked up. He's like, Joey, this is so-and-so. So-and-so, this is Joey. He said, Joey doesn't ever answer his damn phone. And I'm tired of trying to tell you shit. So you just ask him right now. I was like, yeah, that's me. That is me. And I try to blame it off on everybody else.
They try to blame it on Nate half the time.
Yeah.
Hey,
I try to lay it off on everybody.
Sounds good to me. It's got to be somebody's fault.
What was I doing the other day? I was talking about Rodney, and I was blaming. Rodney was like, I didn't do that. I was like, Rodney, I know you didn't. But it's way easier for me to blame you than to take the damn blame myself.
Oh, shoot.
They just looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, well, you just got to understand.
Hey, I got a good picture of you and Rodney and Nate. I need to send you.
Oh, Lord.
I do. Yeah, it fits Rodney to a T, too.
Has he got his clothes on at least?
Oh, yeah.
Part of him?
Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. Rodney's going to be pissed that I'm saying this. So when we got home from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So were unloading. I think you were either going to put a dog on the chain or maybe you went inside to put something up. I don't remember. But Rodney was pissing over there by the shed. And I hear him going, "Damn it, Neil, get away!" And like Eminem was over there, and I turn around and look, and Rodney's got his sweatpants, but they're like mid-thigh, and his ass is hanging out. And so it's like, and he's wearing like dark sweatpants, dark shirt.
I think he had on like 3 or 4 things. Yeah.
And all you could see is his white ass and him like swatting the dog.
Eminem's over there dragging his ass on the ground. Eminem's going.
Yeah, Eminem was like trying to jump on him, play with him. He's like, "Get on, get on!" I was laughing so hard, and then Eminem got in the car. And he smelled like piss. I was like, "Didn't Rodney piss on my damn dogs? I had to give him a bath." I was like, "Damn it."
It's a hard life for Rod, I promise you. It's tough.
He's going to kill me for saying that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Uncle Rodney.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Hell, I would, shit, I don't know if I'd be half as interested in this shit if it wasn't for having Rod around all the time. God damn, he keeps it laughing.
Oh, man.
I want to
He
choke
had
him.
fun up here, I think.
Oh, yeah. Hell, he had a good time. Only thing, Rodney takes that, he still takes a lot of things literal from other, like if he doesn't know you, the least little thing, if somebody says it, man, he takes it to heart real bad. And I'm like, Rodney, like nobody's doing it to be mean or to, you just, and I literally told him, I was like, on some stuff, I was like, you just take it the wrong way. You know, now he's not going to say nothing. He don't get mad, go to hollering and carrying on all that. He'll just go get in the truck and sit down.
Yeah. I like it. Oh, did he tell you I scared the shit out of him when he was in there snoring? Yeah. He was sitting in the truck. He was snoring. I went up there and slapped the window and screamed real loud. I thought he was going to drive off.
He was doing something. I think me and Case Frida were sitting in the truck, and he came up there to the truck and like had his face pressed against it real hard and pushed his head down where his nose would be poked up to look like a pig, you know?
Yeah.
And when he done that, he was going to blow out on the window, and I rolled that fucking window down about tore his nose off, son. That shit was funny as hell. He was out there hollering. I didn't know why he was even hollering. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know that's what you were doing. We had a good time. That's another one that's never been to a bay pen. Case Frida?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
He came, they drove up there. Him and Jake drove up there. And I guarantee you he had a good time. If nobody else did, Case had a great time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was pumped up. He said, "When you have another one?" I said, "I don't know, but I'll let you know as soon as I figure it out."
He went to the casino for the first time he's ever been. And like, I don't know.
He made a good trip of it.
Well, me and him talked yesterday, and he was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to go back to Oklahoma again. You know, I think maybe the wife put the rules down on him or something. I think he might have got out of hand at the casino. Because he was trying to get us to go, and I was like, because we were going to eat, you know, we were eating supper with y'all, and I was like, no, we're going to eat with Rusty and them. And he was like, come on, man, we'll go up here. I'll buy you a steak, and we'll shoot shit. We'll go to the casino. And I knew then. Rodney was like, yeah. I was like, no, I ain't doing it. I don't gamble. I'm no good at it.
Right.
And I'm broke anyway, so like I can't afford to gamble.
Right.
But apparently Case learned how to play poker.
Uh-oh.
Like, yeah, I think he learned the hard way.
Right.
So I'm kind of glad I didn't go. But I'm glad he had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And he had some dogs with a damn good handle on them.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Them blue laces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They catch a lot of hogs down that country.
Yeah, they
Catch
do.
a lot of everything.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think the other day they caught a bobcat yesterday morning, or
Yeah.
might have been the day before. He was doing something. He said there's a cat come across the road. He said he kicked him out. He said, hell, they went out there and stretched it out. It's like, damn. We might see one bobcat a year. Maybe one.
He's in cat country down there where he's at, man. For sure.
I've always wanted to go to a place like that where you could, you know, call them in, catch them with dogs or run them with dogs or anything like that. Just,
yeah.
We've got a population, but it's so.
I think they're just deep. I think the ones here, they have somewhere to go away from the people because they're people wary, and I think they're just like.
It's just like hogs. We don't see hogs in a field because we don't have fields.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, like, you
and
just
our
don't
hogs
see
are typically deep.
Yeah, that's
Wherever
what I'm
they're
saying.
staying is down in there, and I think it's
We
going
don't
to be a
have
good
no
overload.
access.
No.
Yeah.
That's the way a lot of it is here. It's the same thing, like with the coyotes and stuff. I know some guys that they'll thermal and they'll call some, but like they don't put up big numbers. As far as I know, I don't know anybody that's putting up big numbers.
Right.
Now, big numbers here, I know one or two guys that say they do, and they're like, "Yeah, we knocked out 5 tonight." And I'm like, that's not big numbers. Not in 12 to
No.
4, not in 12 hours. That's not big numbers. And they think
No, and I
I'm
mean,
crazy.
it differs, from country to country, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of it just depends on population too. But,
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. That's what I'm
like we
saying.
got,
Like
we got a big, we got a big population here. But this year, it's really good.
y'all have more
I
cats or
mean,
more coyotes.
we got a good population of cats, but coyotes by far. A lot of times we'll kill 12, 15 by noon.
Damn. Yeah, that's a
I mean,
lot.
24 hours, we're killing 30 plus pretty consistently.
Good Lord.
A lot of coyotes.
Yeah, and at 12, like it's just, across the state anymore here. In a contest, just a daylight only contest. If you're not killing double digits in a daylight only contest, you're not.
There ain't no sense in doing it.
Mm-mm. No, not really.
Got you. So
No,
what's the next thing on the agenda for Rusty Mayshore? What's the next thing you're doing?
We got the West Texas Big Bobcat this contest this coming weekend, same weekend as the Tulsa Memorial, or I'd be out there helping y'all. But got it. And then after that, it's running dogs. I'm ready.
Well,
I am ready. I'm going to get some of these puppies going and rolling a little better. Try to figure out when this next baying is going to be, since everybody's wondering.
you better get
I
on
better
it.
get them something lined out. I got to get something going. I gotta get a date figured out somewhere or another.
Ain't no doubt. Yeah, you definitely gonna have to do that because it's coming. They're gonna be on you.
Oh yeah, if I do it in September again, it'll be at night. I can tell you that.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
It's just too hot. We about fried out here the last couple
Shit.
September.
I know every damn time we've done it later in the year, it was hot. Good God. But it was not hot this past one though.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. One of these days I'm gonna have it where the weather's perfect.
Them 2 days for the year, hell yeah.
Yeah, the 2 days for the year it'd be perfect, no doubt.
So,
But now I'm gonna try to get something figured out here pretty quick. Get with everybody. Make it stretched out enough where everybody can plan to be here, where it's not in the middle of our coyote season and everything. Try to get something figured out.
10-4. Well, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad I think it came off as a good overall event for sure. For wood, just for straight woods dogs. Like we had, I've been to some regular bays that didn't have that many people show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just to have it all straight wood stuff, it turned out really good.
Oh yeah, and like the format, that we come up with, it worked really. I thought it worked really good. Me and Nate was talking there about tweaking on it a little bit, and we need to do that. Nate did a really, really good job judging, I thought.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rusty.
I think he did.
Yep, I really do. But we got to do some tweaking on the rule. Yeah, we need to put that 5-second bark rule in there though.
Yes,
we do need to do that. That'll save us a lot of time. But
yeah, there's several things we can definitely add. I can I could basically type up a whole rough draft of what I think we need changed, and I can send it to you, Dad, and Pat, and y'all can tell me if it sounds good or if y'all fucking hate it or if add something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got something going. It's a format we got. We can kind of add to it or whatever.
It was harder to judge than like regular probate pen rules because it's much more scenario based. It plays a lot more into reading the hog. Instead of
to do it fairly.
Yes, to do it fairly for sure. Having to concentrate that hard, it felt like I took like a damn standardized test at the end of the day. But I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would have.
You get to see a lot of things about dogs.
Yeah.
If you're really paying attention.
And another thing is like with these rules, instead of probate pen rules, like Jackson pen rules is like 16 foot is a drift call. Well, ours was 10. So definitely a little harder on them there. Whereas like they're supposed to nip them. But then like with Woods dogs, most of them, if they're nipping, they don't like let go.
Well, not just that. Like if that hog's already moving, they go to nipping.
Yeah.
That hog could be on out the country.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they get around.
There's a few dogs that I watched that, like at the last one and I'll just do this scenario so that way it's not like I watch what you did or whatever. But I seen dogs that would get in tight, and I'm like, that's not going to work in the woods. You're going to break that bay.
Yeah. Putting
that much pressure. And
I mean, like spitting on his face, like, it's not going to happen.
Some of it ain't going to work. It looks great in a pen. There's no doubt. And it's a damn good looking bay. But in the woods.
Yeah.
And also depend on what hog you're baying. Because there's some hogs that stand there and they're like okay with it. Then the other hog, he's trying to sidestep. He's doing that little catwalk. And
there's some that just stood out in the middle.
He's trying to get away from there. And then the next one, like I said, that's why I was like, man, if you could come up with some way to do just like we always compare it to the rodeo, to give the hog a score and the dog a score.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's really going to make mine and Nate's head hurt if we got to do that.
Well, unless we have separate pig judges, unless we have one designated pig judge, and he basically scores the pig, and then we have two people scoring the dogs.
There's so many variables in it. It's one of those to where you'd have to have buck and stock.
Yeah.
Where you'd have to have the bodacious. And you can say, okay, this is a 10. If you hit some bitch at all, it's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's too many variables in to actually do it.
Yeah.
But it's something that you could strive for later on, depending.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as the woods deal go, I think a lot of it is scenario based. A lot of it's going to depend
I can tell you, I can promise you one thing. In my next one, the hogs are going to be different. I can promise you. That is a 100% fact.
Well, I tell you, that's what I know you had to get. I know you had some hogs that you lost before the bay. And, and me and Case were talking about it. And that's what I told him. I said, well, I know Rusty lost a few hogs before the bay. I said, I don't know what all he lost, but, and like you had enough there to run it. We could have probably used a few more because we did the puppy and the old and young. But for a 1 and 2 dog, we had plenty.
Yeah, I had 27. Yeah. I think is what I wound up having. But they was a notch. I mean, they was a notch lower than what I've normally got, and it about drove me nuts.
Yeah.
But they got me this time. Some of them did, but they won't give me twice. They won't give me twice. They might give me once, but they ain't gonna give me twice.
Yeah, I knew we had a couple catch outs. I was like, I said I could see little Mr. Rusty over there just not very happy.
No.
Because that very first one we went to, they wasn't hardly no catch outs at all. I think we actually called out one of the only catch outs in the 2 dog, and I was like, my dogs ain't going to catch. Chaos grabbed the son of a bitch, so did OJ.
Yeah, this next one I'm gonna beg them to try it.
Hell yeah!
Please, just try it one time, please.
You're gonna have to get about 10 of them that you just keep year round. You go out there and just harass them every day.
I'm going to try to put about 30 eliminators for this next one.
get them. Because there was a couple people that was like, I've made hogs worse than that before. I was like, David.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He said, ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I thought we was going to have the baddest hogs it was. I was like, well, hell, you didn't bait them, did you?
Oh, just come. Just keep talking.
Well, I'm just saying. That's what was said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. That's I like it. It don't bother me at all. I know what I can have if I've got enough time to put it together.
Yeah. There was a couple people that was crying a little bit about the teeth. And I was like, they ain't got no teeth.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I seen teeth on that one. They was 2 inches. I said, well, hell, me and Josh cut 4 inches off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, now the dubbing, like, I don't think no dogs got hurt, you know, nothing like that. So that was just about right. It left enough. We left enough on there that they had teeth.
I don't think any dog's got any actual cuts.
That's what I'm saying.
Like at all.
No. Dude, Josh is like a damn dentist with that damn grinder.
That's what I told myself. If my teeth ever hurt, I know who could get them out for me.
That's something good right there. Him and
Josh and Big Zach.
Buddy, they get it done.
That head catch system they got.
That's the most efficient system that I've seen for hogs.
He could tie that.
Carter was freaking out.
Quick.
He was like, he stopped. Carter said, Josh, are you tying that every time? He was like, yeah. Carter's like, oh my God. He just turned around and he said, I can't believe that shit. I was like, hell, he can hold it with 2 fingers.
Yeah, I mean, his hands is like 1.5 feet long.
I had my hand up there on the last time we were there, me, him, and Eric was doing it. And I was holding that bar there, and he reached over there and grabbed it while I had my hand on it and was just squeezing. I was like, hey, my hand's there too, crazy something. And like, he never even knew it. It just looked like a big old goddamn mountain man bear paw. I said, Jesus Christ, don't grab me. Listen, I bet his poor wiener fucking hates to see him when he's horny.
Oh, shit.
That was a little out there, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah,
but that's a
much.
Huh?
A bit much.
Well, I mean, don't act like you ain't never seen a dildo on a refrigerator, Nate.
I plead the fifth. That's my constitutional right.
Hey!
No, but I mean, everything. I couldn't have made it go in. I don't think I could have think anything that would have made it.
No, it was good.
If they would have been 100, if they'd have been 150 in each one of them, I don't know. I mean, we all had fun, and
yes,
everybody pitched in, you know, and helped, and I mean that's what it takes is a team to do it, you know.
Oh, and there were several guys that were just kind of, you know, they'd be over there talking to me or you or something like that, and if I needed to go do something, they were all about jumping right there and trying to help move hogs or do whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Several of them. I mean, and they came to hang out, bring their dogs, bay dogs, and do all that. They didn't come to work, but they jumped right in there and wanted to help.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, every time I'd turn around, you know, there was somebody there. Do you need me to do anything? Or you know everything good?
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was nice to have that for sure.
Good crowd, ain't no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Damn good crowds.
Yeah. And I really do. I think we covered from coast to coast.
Yeah. That's what I thought was pretty cool. We had such a diverse group of people. And
we did.
From all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
That one guy, he put on, I think I've seen it tonight. That one guy, he was talking about putting on one in California.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was. There was several people from California there.
Yeah.
That one Brennan guy, he had that hound puppy that was like 9 months old. I was like, shit, yeah. I was like, that dog's doing good.
Yeah, he was. He done good. I think it was a hit cool. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hit.
10-4, amigo. Yeah. You got anything else you want to cover on this?
No, I mean, let y'all do.
I ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Over there and, that's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to go over there and cover them biscuits up and carry my fat ass to bed.
There you go. I'm fixing to eat me some.
I'm fucking wore out. I don't know why. I don't even do nothing.
I know y'all be rested up. You slept up here for 3 days.
I know. I know. I mean, like felt like I was on a 12-month vacation. There was people down here talking bad about me. They was like, I bet that some bitch is up there sleeping in a camper in the middle of a wide open pasture.
No, I couldn't have made it without y'all and Pat and everybody. The whole crew. I mean, it was a team effort. And I think we nailed it for sure.
And like you said, the guys that were talking about coming showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that's what I really, to me, that's what means a lot. Don't sit over there and talk shit about what you could do or what you can't do and all that if you don't do nothing. And like, but I ain't heard nothing negative in any form or fashion. It's all been good. And like I said, the only problem that I've heard of so far is when's the next one. That's the only problem I've heard of.
Yeah, that's the only thing anybody's saying. When are you having another one? I don't know yet, but I'll get something figured out pretty quick.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. But like this time of year wasn't a bad time of year.
No, it really wasn't. I mean, the next one I may have it later.
Yeah,
in the year, but
I do know there's quite a few people that was just starting to hog hunt good. Like February. Yeah, that's when hog hunt really picks up.
Yeah, I need to try to figure out, a time when the weather's going to be pretty good and everybody's, not busy hunting.
Turkey season.
Started hunting. Yeah, that'd be a good time.
Next year, maybe look at during turkey season.
Yeah, like April.
Yeah, like around the 1st of April. Something. Look at that part of it because we've looked at that before in the past of doing events like a trade day or something like that, and try to figure out when people would be apt to come to it. And it seems like that's one of the better times.
Yeah.
So
it would be. And I'm on once we kind of get, I'd like to, and I'd mentioned it, I think, to y'all a little bit, and I'm going to get with Jake and kind of see what his thoughts are on it. But I'd like to have a big money one dog up here.
Yeah.
Just a big pro one dog. I mean, a big, make it as big as we can get it. But I think that'd be pretty neat because there ain't one,
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool to have.
I think it would. Ain't no doubt.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be game to come help.
It'd be fun, but I'm gonna really push the woods bay, and I really enjoyed it. Everybody did, I think, and I think it was something we'll have from from now on every year, maybe 2.
Hell yeah! Just let us know what we can do to help, brother.
All right, buddy.
As usual. So, all right, man. So, just if you need us, just holler at us.
I'll do.
Thank you, buddy.
You bet. Thank y'all.
See you, Rusty.
We'll see you, buddy.
See you.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
See if I got her hung up. All right. So, listen, it was definitely a good event. If anything, we're downplaying it. It was fucking great. The atmosphere was great. There was no bitching and moaning, no whining and crying, no none of that. And it just, everything went good. There was dogs swapped and traded. I think there was some bought and sold. And there was a lot of puppies there. There was a lot of like-minded people. That's what I found was the most interesting is almost everybody that I talked to, we all have the same mentality. We all have the same thing in mind. We're all looking for the same thing. So, birds of a feather, of course, that's what it should be. So, in order to keep these events alive and going, you need to support them. And so I'm talking to listeners out there that, hey, I understand that not everybody can travel and not everybody can even physically are able to drive 14 or 16 or 20 hours. But if you're within a 4 or 5 hour drive of it, I mean, it makes a long damn day But you can do a 1-day deal, or you can get you a room or something close and stay there. They have rooms and stuff that's pretty close, and everything around there is pretty reasonable. Everybody's hospitable. There's food and all that stuff that's there as well. It's a nice little town. Everybody's really, really nice in Ringling. Hats off to them. The barbecue stand is fucking amazing. The brisket is, yeah, ain't no doubt. So all I'm saying is try to support everything. And like most of the listeners that I know of, I know all you guys support all that you can. But to physically show up, you don't even have to have a dog to come to it. You can just come hang out and get to talk to everybody, get to meet everybody and network. And that way later on, if you do need a dog, guess what? It ain't that damn hard to get one then. So, just keep that in mind. And we appreciate everybody that did show up, and we appreciate everybody that listens to us. Thank y'all so much. Social media stuff on our side of things is doing good. We got the Patreon up, right?
It'll be in the description down below. We've already had 2 people sign up.
Oh, man, we're killing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But and we're now keep in mind, like on the Patreon account, we just got that started. We've got some stuff uploaded, and we will be adding to it continuously.
Yeah.
Like it'll be daily. Something will be added, sometimes a couple times a day, and if not, the next day there'll be twice that much. Just whatever. That's something that we're really going to build on, because that's the place that we can show the real deal of all the stuff. And I've already started it on there. We're going to do like the showcase thing on some of the dogs and the breeds that I have, especially like that I've had in the years past. There's a lot of people that I've talked to. A lot of people think I'm full of shit because, I talk about having, 75 to 80 different breeds. They're like, what? I'm like, there's times where I had 20 different breeds on the yard and had 75 to 100 dogs. And that ain't normal. Don't do that. Do not do that. I promise you, don't do that.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yes. But it is amazing to have lived this life.
But you can do a lot with 20 dogs.
Yes.
With 20 dogs, you can get some shit accomplished if you know what you're doing.
No doubt. So y'all just keep up with us, and we're going to keep putting it out there. We keep putting ourselves out there every day, and we're going to keep on producing this stuff. I've got a couple of guests that want to get on and discuss a few things. Me and Mr. Dean, we've been talking, and we want to get to the bottom of this whole run to catch thing that's kind of been going back and forth on the social media deal that we've discussed a little bit. And he and we're going to have us a good discussion on it, and that's going to be coming up. And I'm going to give you a little heads up on that one. That'll be a good one, y'all. So till the next time, y'all keep them hounds on the ground and whoop y'all's kids if they need it. And we out.
Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.